The Little Bird Who Learned to Fly. Once upon a time, in a quiet forest, there was a little bird named Luma. Luma was very small, with soft yellow feathers and big round eyes. She lived in a tall tree with her mother and her brothers. Every day, her brothers practiced flying. They jumped from branch to branch, moving higher and higher. They opened their wings and felt the wind. Soon, they became strong and confident. But Luma was afraid. She looked down from the tree and felt her heart beat very fast. What if I fall? What if I cannot fly? What if I get hurt? She thought. Her mother said gently, Luma, you are ready. You only need to believe in yourself. But Luma shook her head. No, Mama. I am too small. I am too weak. Days passed. Her brothers left the nest one by one. They flew into the sky and explored the wide forest. They saw rivers, flowers, mountains, and new friends. But Luma stayed in the nest. She watched the blue sky with sad eyes. I want to fly too, she whispered, but I am scared. One day, a strong wind shook the tree. Luma held the branch tightly. Suddenly, she saw a butterfly flying near her. The butterfly was small, even smaller than Luma, but it flew happily. How can you fly so bravely? Luma asked. The butterfly smiled. Because the sky is too beautiful to miss. I do not think of falling. I think of flying. Luma thought about those words all night. The next morning, the sun rose, warm and golden. Luma stood at the edge of the nest. Her wings trembled. Her heart said, don't do it. But her spirit whispered, try. She closed her eyes and jumped. For a moment, she felt the air rushing past her. She flapped her wings, but not strong enough. She fell quickly and landed on a bush. Ouch, she cried. Her body hurt, and her pride hurt even more. See, I cannot do it, she thought. But then she heard a voice. It was the butterfly again. You tried, little bird. That is the first step. Every bird falls before it learns to fly. The next day, Luma climbed back to the nest. She was still afraid, but a small light of hope was in her heart. She remembered the butterfly's words, every bird falls before it learns to fly. This time, she took a deep breath. She jumped again. She flapped her wings harder and harder. She still went down, but slower than before. She landed on soft grass. Better, she said, smiling a little. Each day, she tried again. Each day, she became stronger. Sometimes she fell, sometimes she hit branches, but she never gave up. One bright morning, Luma stood tall. Her wings were stronger now. Her heart was still nervous, but she also felt excited. Today, I will fly, she said. She jumped. Her wings moved fast and steady. She felt the wind lift her. Up she went. The forest looked small below her. The river shone like silver. The sky opened wide and endless. I am flying, Luma shouted with joy. Her mother and brothers saw her. They cheered, yes, Luma, you did it. From that day on, Luma flew every day. She explored the forest, met new friends, and even helped other little birds who were afraid to fly. She told them, do not be afraid of falling. Falling is only the first step. The sky belongs to those who keep trying. And Luma was never afraid again. We all feel fear when we try something new. We may fall, we may fail, but every failure makes us stronger. If we keep trying, one day we will fly. The Boy and the Broken Bike. Once, in a small town, there lived a boy named Tom. Tom was 10 years old. He loved playing outside and riding his bike with his friends. His bike was red, the gift from his father on his last birthday. Tom loved the bike more than any toy. He cleaned it every day and rode it everywhere. But one afternoon, while Tom was riding fast down a hill, he hit a rock. The bike crashed. Tom fell and hurt his knee. The red bike was broken. The chain came off, and the wheel bent. Tom sat on the ground and cried. My bike is ruined. I can never ride again, he thought. For many days, Tom did not go outside. His friends rode their bikes through the town, laughing, but Tom stayed inside and watched from the window. His mother asked, Why don't you try to fix it? But Tom shook his head. It is too hard. I don't know how. I am just a kid. He believed the bike was broken forever. One morning, Tom's grandfather came to visit. Grandpa was an old man with kind eyes and strong hands. He saw the broken bike in the yard. Tom, he said, why don't you repair it? Tom answered sadly, I can't. It is impossible. Grandpa smiled. When I was your age, my shoes tore apart. I had no money for new ones. So I learned to fix them myself. It was not perfect, but I could walk again. Tom looked at him, but I don't know how to fix a bike. Grandpa put his hand on Tom's shoulder. You don't need to know everything now. You only need to try, step by step. That afternoon, Grandpa showed Tom how to clean the bike first. They washed the dirt away. The red paint shone again. See, said Grandpa, small steps make big change. Next, they looked at the chain. Grandpa gave Tom tools and said, try to put it back. Tom's hands shook. He worked slowly. At first, it did not fit, but after trying again and again, the chain finally returned to its place. Tom's eyes grew wide. I did it each day. Tom worked on the bike with Grandpa's help. One day, they fixed the wheel. The next day, they fixed the seat. Then Tom learned how to use oil for the pedals. Sometimes he failed. Sometimes a screw was too tight, or a tool slipped. Tom felt angry. I can't do it, he would say. But Grandpa reminded him, every problem is a lesson. Don't give up. Slowly, Tom's hands grew steady. His eyes became sharp. His heart grew stronger. Finally, after many days, the bike was ready. Tom pushed it outside. The sun was shining, and the street was empty. He sat on the seat, a little nervous. What if it breaks again? What if I fall? He thought. Then he remembered Grandpa's words, don't give up. He pushed the pedals. The bike moved forward. Faster, faster. The wind touched his face. Tom laughed loudly. I can ride again. His friends saw him and shouted, Tom, you fixed it. Amazing. Tom felt proud, not only because the bike worked, but because he made it work. From that day on, Tom was different. When something broke, he did not cry. He tried to fix it. When something was hard, he did not give up. He worked step by step. He even helped his friends when their bikes had small problems. They called him Tom the Fixer. Tom learned that courage is not about never failing. Courage is about trying again, even when you feel weak. Life will sometimes break our bike. We may feel sad, weak, or hopeless, but if we take small steps, keep learning, and never give up, we can repair not only our problems, but also ourselves.